Hello, welcome. Man, I just love doing the lives so much the first time. I was really excited to get back, so I just kind of decided that I'm gonna do lives for my collective readings because they're frankly just so much more fun to have the interaction. Hey Maddie. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? I know there's only 2 of you here so far, but hopefully more people will join as we get started. Gomez is here with me, sitting beside me, so if you hear some loud breathing, that's him. And I'm just here, I'm really excited to hold space with whoever pops in and out to do a weekend ahead tarot reading for the collective, see what we need to know. My name is Elizabeth, if you're unfamiliar, and I run the Healing Hearth. The Healing Hearth is my project baby. This is my business. Oh, hey, Maddie's mom. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, so Healing Hearth is something I created. It's a business where I do intuitive tarot readings, and in the future I'll be offering energy healing. I have a lot of deals right now. I offer a one-on-one tarot intuitive reading, so if you enjoy what you see, I'm available. You can book through my website. And other than that, let's just get started, shall we? So if you are willing and able, please place both feet on the ground. We start with a grounding prayer and do a grounding prayer and just like get ourselves centered and ready for the message. Clear out today's stress from the day. Who doesn't need that? Okay, so both feet planted firmly on the ground if you are able and willing. We're going to take a deep breath in and let it go. We grow roots ever deeper from our root chakra into the earth to ground us, to nurture us, to connect with Mother Earth Gaia. We thank her for allowing us to call her home and to nurture us and to support us throughout our day-to-day. We ask for the highest, the brightest, the best message made available at this time or something better be delivered for the collective. We call upon the angels, teachers, masters, ancestors, animal realms, animal totems. And we ask that this space, this beautiful sacred container, be blessed. Anyone who comes and goes from the secret space, whoever tunes in for this reading, is blessed and protected throughout their days. We release fear, negativity, self-doubt, self-betrayal, any self-limiting beliefs, lack mentality, and starvation of creativity, and in its place, loving wisdom, nurturance, active listening, loving awareness, hope, joy, exuberance, and light to fill this beautiful space. We connect with each of our soul stars, allowing a clear divine channel to communicate with our highest selves, to understand from the highest vibrational beings what needs to be done in each moment. We trust our intuition and we allow it to be so, and so it is. Shay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so I was kind of chuckling because the animal that popped up is the lemur, which I was just seeing like the lemur striped tail. And it made me think of, was it that show Out of the Box where they had the pet lemur? And it was just like, or it was like in that era of Out of the Box. I don't remember. But there was some sort of lemur on a kid's show, and it was really friendly and like bouncy and jumping from thing to thing. That might be the energy of the weekend. We might have a lot of things on our to-do list. We might actually be thinking about different inner work that we need to do, and kind of like making a list of things that came up this week, things that sat with us, how we felt about it, how it felt to sit in our bodies. And just like a little bit of that introspective time and being like, wow, I was pulled in so many different locations. 4 of Wands. We made it to Friday, guys. Like, we made it. Oh my God. Zumba-Foo. Thank you. That's what it was. Zumba-Foo was the show. Yeah. 4 of Wands. We made it, guys. It was a really tough week. Are you breathing? Are you drinking water? Like, take a second to pause and celebrate. Like, ooh, this week was a lot. As I said in my week ahead reading, it was a lot of fiery energy, a lot of conflict, a lot of things coming to light, a lot of triggers and healing to be done. 8 of Cups, and I just feel like this is a weekend to disconnect, to walk away and just be like, you know what, I need a 3-day weekend. Like, take Monday off, take Friday off if you have to just recuperate, because someone's tired. Yeah, 3 of Swords came out. This is the 10 of Swords, but on the bottom this one says everything is fine, everything's fine, and 7 of Pentacles. So this week illuminated what we need to work on. It's not the end all be all, and you know, it's just like an awareness of being like, oh man, I got set off this week, like, I didn't realize that I still personal example, I'm like, I thought I was over my abandonment issues. No, it's a process. It's a process. 3 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Okay, so you're starting to realize how much work there is to be done. You're starting to realize how much you want to grow, how much you want to expand. And I see someone making a vision board, someone making goals, being like, okay, you know what, this is my time, and I'm gonna plan how to get out of this situation, or I'm gonna list all these things that really like sat on my nerves this week, and I'm going to address those. Everything's fine, we don't need to worry about it. It's just like, okay, but now you see, right? Spirit's like, okay, but now you see the holes. There's this thing in my company that they call the Swiss cheese theory. The Swiss cheese theory is basically like everyone does something, but each person is like a slice of Swiss cheese. So everyone has their holes, everyone has their things that they work on. I don't know why this example is coming through. And like basically you try and align the slices of cheeses so that there are no gaps. And this is giving me like working with other people, but I feel like this is working with your higher self, working with your intuition to be like, okay, how can I close in the gaps here? How can I feel more sustained, more supported by myself? Because I can't keep relying on this external support. With the Moon card, okay, next week we have a full moon in Leo coming up. It's gonna be hot, baby. Like, I feel like someone could get pregnant this full moon, so like, you know, use protection. But the full moon is in Leo, and it's also where I believe like Venus and Mars are conjunct. I don't know in what sign, but they're right next to each other. And Mars and Venus are kind of like the epitome, Mars being the divine masculine, Venus being the divine feminine. And when they come together in Leo, which is like fiery, feisty, sensual, sexy sign, like, just fucking forget it, man. It's gonna be hot. Okay, we got more, guys. Okay, we got 3 cups in the reverse. We got the Empress card, and then I got the 5 of Wands. You need to stop fighting with people in your head. You're kind of making more problems than you need. You're making problems for yourself to deal with because you're bored. That's what I get. And it's like, stop. Like, it's like, is this person actually causing troubles, or am I like making it a problem in my mind? 3 of Cups in the reverse, it might be like you're trying to hang out with new people. You might try to mingle. You might try to switch up your friend group. Maybe see someone you haven't seen in a while. Or maybe you're just like really sick of your circle. Maybe you had some like serious fights this week where you're like, I need a break from you. And it's like, they said something, or you said something, like you gave advice and they didn't respond. Like, no response is a response. And you're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit back and wait for them to come to me. I'm just gonna wait for them to come to me. Like, there is nothing I actively have to do. Like, I am not walking into this war. I'm not walking into this trap, because I know if they're not coming to me, they're still processing, or they're ignoring. And it's like, do you really want to deal with either of those scenarios? Like, drop it, let it go. It's not worth it. Page of Pentacles. It's like, what makes you feel grounded? What makes you feel secure? Don't go out of your way to people please somebody else when it's like, no, bitch, you pissed me off. Like, why am I going to you so that I can fight with you and eventually convince you that you owe me an apology? It's like, no. Queen of Cups. It's just flow with it. There's nothing you have to do. And we got the Ten of Swords again. So we got 2 Ten of Swords, man. This is an end of self-sabotage. That's what I see this as. This is end of self-sabotage. We're done with it. We're not going down this rabbit hole any longer. It's not worth it. It doesn't feel good. I don't like being pulled in these directions. So just like this weekend, take a break, take a pause. It's okay to take a pause. Yeah, Fool card in the reverse. Let your rest happen this week. Next week is also going to be busy, is what I'm hearing. It's we're in those sleepy winter months, but that new energy, that Aries season is right around the corner. We're finishing up Aquarius, then we have Pisces, which Pisces is all about our intuition, getting to know ourselves better. It's hang in there, man. There's so much over the next month that's going to illuminate and just show to you what you're gonna need to do. And I feel it you're anxious to make the change now, and it's Spirit's we're just pointing this out to you. Take note of it, write it down so you don't forget it, because you're coming up with an action plan as if you're going to forget, you're gonna forget this brilliant divine idea. If you're afraid, then write it down. Yeah, Ace of Cups also in the reverse. It's not time to make the move yet. Don't do it. Hold off. PhD, constant self-sabotage. Yo, that's so true. Oh my god. Okay, 7 of Swords. It's kind of so 7 of Swords, I kind of call it a sneaky card. This is kind of someone's not being their true self. Someone's painting something better than it actually is and trying to sell you on it, and you smell it and you're nah, I smell your bullshit from a mile away, man. Trust your intuition. Doesn't matter how pretty the package is, not all that glitters is gold. You will see right through the bullshit. If your intuition is saying no, someone's offering you a trip or a position or something that seems like it would be what you want, but there's just something inside you that's 2 plus 2 does not equal 5, and this looks good, but that doesn't actually add up. Listen to it. Someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Someone's trying to take your power. No fear here. It's they admire you so much. They admire you. They see your shine. They see your brightness. Hi. They see your they see how bright you shine, and they see that you're just ramping up in energy and ramping up in power, and they want some of that, right? And so it's they're being a little shifty in the background, not because they want to cause harm to you, but because they are insecure in themselves. They don't feel that they themselves have all the light and all the love and all the confidence within them in order to propel themselves forward. And maybe this is you, man. Maybe this is you. It's are you using people around you for your own personal gain because you don't actually believe in yourself, you don't believe in your own power? And it's you're not doing anyone favors. You're not doing yourself favors. You're not doing other people favors. And don't accept that behavior. Don't accept poor behavior because people just are the way that they are. It's no. But they're actually I demand more respect. I demand more. Or it's I deserve more respect. I deserve to be seen and allowed to shine without someone trying to take that away from me. We got the World card, we got the Hermit in the reverse, and then we got the 5 of Pentacles. So with this, I see is it's don't fall into the victim mentality of being oh, I knew it. I knew I should have trusted my intuition and I didn't and I regret it. It's do not beat yourself up on it. Look at this with loving awareness and being okay, so this is the flow of events that followed, right? What am I going to do about this? How am I going to learn from this? And this is a call for some introspection, because if we step out of the victim mentality, all of a sudden we step into this world of self-accountability and being not to blame ourselves and not to put ourselves up on the cross and become a martyr, but being okay, how did I give this external thing so much power over me? Why did I let this external thing take all my attention? Why, what conditioning, what familial conditioning am I have I been taught that I've just accepted for truth and maybe isn't? Like, maybe things aren't as bad as they seem. Maybe this roadblock is actually a gift that's allowing for more growth and more expansion. Maybe Spirit's just taking you out of a situation, or taking you out of a relationship, or taking you out of a job, or taking you out of an opportunity that you thought was gonna be it, but it's like, no honey, we got something better. Or no, this is just a lesson. Don't fall into the karmic wheel. This is a lesson. This is a lesson finding you. Damn, yeah, Judgment card. Don't judge yourself. Whatever comes up, just let it happen. Notice your emotions without attaching judgment, or like having to identify what exactly it was, you know. And Six of Swords. It's all gonna be smooth sailing. It's just like, we're pointing this stuff out so that you can grow, so you can level up, so you can move on to bigger and better things that are actually worth your time and energy. Because this petty shit, this Seven of Swords, man, this is petty. Like, this is low vibrational. Like, this is jealousy. This is envy. This is self-sabotage. This is other people trying to drag you down to their level. And it's like, I'm not doing that. And Spirit's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups here being like, listen, there is, you know what it's giving me? It's like there's strength and softness. Like, you don't need to go on the offense. Like, you don't need to fight anyone right now. But it's like, you know, the ocean is beautiful and the ocean is soft, but when it's stormy, it's like, look out, look out. It's not like you'll be able to read the room. Just don't let your ego or your past traumas paint a script that's worse than what it actually is. And Spirit's like, this isn't actually like a big deal. Like, this is like peanuts. This situation that you're dealing with this weekend is just not a big deal. Like, don't even fucking worry about it. We just want you to notice it, and notice that you keep entering into these karmic cycles to relearn the same lesson. Like, aren't you tired of learning the same lesson? Aren't you tired of lowering your vibration? Aren't you tired of, like, the bullshit? And that's the Hermit card. It's like, no, I'm good. I don't need that. Also, like, debunking, like, the pack mentality that we've been sold as a society for so long, that, like, we need one another. It's like, no, we don't need one another. It's nice to have one another. It's nice to have supportive friends, but, like, if I don't have any supportive friends around me right now, it's like, why am I going to waste my time on people who just make me feel bad about myself? It's like, how is that growth? Okay, like I said, Ace of Wands, sexual energy is ramping up. People are going to be a little horny. You might get some exes hitting you up. You might get some sex or some nude pictures, but it's like, steer the course. You know your ex isn't good for you. That's why they're your ex. Sorry. Yeah, Queen of Wands. It's time to set boundaries. We're not accepting disrespect anymore. We are stopping that train. It's like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I deserve better. I know I deserve better. And so how do you know you deserve better? Is you stop accepting less than what you deserve. And there's like a feeling of, I feel like, and I felt a trigger, like that's heavy on someone's heart because someone is genuinely afraid of being alone, of being found alone. You know, and I relate, I really do. But the thing is when you're alone, that's when most of your psychic awareness and your spiritual awareness comes into play, and you start to realize that you're not alone, that you actually enjoy spending time in your own company, because that's when you start to see your own beauty and being like, oh, I don't deserve this like watered down version of friendship you offered me. It's like, I deserve a lot more because, you know, I'm hanging out with myself and I'm like, you know, I'm painting, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing, you know, I'm only listing off personal examples. Like, these are things that fill my cup. I'm like, I'm meditating. It's like, I'm gonna go for a walk in the trees. I'm gonna go, like, play with the dog. And it's like, yeah, it's, dude, I love this. Also, how nuts. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Sun card. It's like, you're gonna start to see your light with that internal time, like, to yourself. It's like, yes, there will be distractions knocking on the door, but it's like, I see you with your blinders on. It's like, you know what? I just don't want to deal with your shit today. I just don't want to. So I'm not going to, because I don't owe you my time and energy if you're only taking from me and you're not actually like filling me up. Like when I hang out with you, it's a mutual exchange. Is it? If I leave feeling drained, if I leave feeling tired, if I leave feeling irritable, like am I just taking on all your energy to myself because I'm empathetic and I care about you more than you care about you? Like as I watch you self-destruct and fall back into these self-destructive patterns over and over and over again. But we have good momentum, like again, good inspired like aha moments, because we have 1, 2, 3 of wands, baby. This is a good foundation. I talked literally yesterday about foundations crumbling, and it's like, this is a good time to rebuild, to be like, okay, I heard the message. I heard Liz. She's awesome. Oh my God, we got more freaking wands. Man, okay, listen, we got King of Wands, we got 9 of Wands here. How much fight? It's gonna get hot. It's gonna be feisty. I'm not gonna say everyone's gonna be glad you're setting boundaries, but it's like, this is the way you set yourself free. Devil card right on the bottom. This is how you set yourself free, is like that Queen of Swords, like setting boundaries. And it's like, listen, these people are hot-headed anyway. I feel like you're hanging out with hot-headed people, like people you've been walking around, like walking on eggshells around. You know what I mean? And it's just like, wow, you are so exhausting to accommodate when like you're flipping your shit over something that's not a big deal. Like I didn't say I didn't want to be your friend. I just said I didn't feel like hanging out tonight. Why do you take rejection so poorly? Like it's not you being a bad person. It's just their fear of rejection, or vice versa. I don't know. You could be falling on the other side of that spectrum. 3 of Pentacles, we're starting to build more sustainable foundations with more sustainable people in our lives. And that's what the setting the stage is. You have to get the toxic out. You got to air it out. And then it'll be fine. Like it really will be. But it's just like, once you stop accepting less than that which you deserve, then that which you deserve will come into you. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to be tested. Doesn't mean your commitment to yourself and your self-respect isn't going to be tested. But just because you're getting tested, it doesn't mean you have to question everything. And this is what I was talking about yesterday, about balancing between your head space and your heart space. It's like, because your mind will be like in survival mode. Like, I need a pack to survive. I need these people. And these people have been there for me before. Like, physically been there for me before. You know, even if they didn't tell me what I really needed to hear. Or they didn't, like, weren't actually comforting. Or maybe, like, they started my anxiety, like, off this ramp or whatever still. But it's like, then in the heart space, it's like, is this a wise investment of my energy, of my time, of my love and consideration? Because I feel like we have a lot of heart-centered people that are watching this, or will be watching this, who genuinely just want to see their friends thrive. And sometimes you have to, like, let them go. Sometimes they're not going to level up with you. Sometimes they're not going to follow your lead, because it's scary, because you are a pioneer. We had the Fool card. We had the Ace of Wands. You're Ace of Cups. You're a pioneer. You know, there's nothing to worry about. Like, you will be fine. Yeah, Temperance card. I just cut the decks. You know, Spirit told me to. Have patience. Have patience with yourself. And have patience with the situation. If the situation doesn't pan out exactly how you want to in the first way, maybe question what your expectations are, and like why you feel you have certain expectations, like what your expectations are around success. Is it just to have people around you? Because like if that, then like, yeah, you're gonna get all these flies, all these frogs around you. But if you're like, my goal is to have heart-centered, you know, dependable, reliable, loving connection, then that'll come in. And it might be lonely at first, because a lot of us are operating from like a, hey, what are you doing? Like you ever look at someone and just be like, do you realize what you're doing? Like, do you realize what you're saying? Or are you just like asleep at the wheel and just running on autopilot? Like, are you actually thinking about your actions and the effects on others? Last one, Ace of Cups. This is the new beginning. This is the heart-centered connection. This is like going to be tapping you deeper into your intuition, reconnecting you with your higher self to realize what you deserve is so much better than what you've been settling for. And that's what I see for you this weekend, is a lot of these conversations, a lot of the, probably with yourself, with the Hermit card, like realizing you deserve better and then not accepting less than that which you deserve. Okay? Yeah, World card right on the bottom here again. Don't worry about it. This is so divinely protected. This is, you know, this is what your spirit team has been cheering on for years. I'm hearing years, because it's just like, damn, we want to offer you all this abundance, but you keep accepting like Cheetos for payment. I don't know why Cheetos popped up, but it is what it is. Anyway, with that, I thank everyone who showed up. Thank you for allowing me to hold space with you, who showed up on the live, and thank you for those who are watching. If you are interested in booking a reading with me one-on-one, I offer one-on-one sessions through my website, healinghearth.net. I also offer written tarot reports, and I offer just 10-minute recorded videos like this of just what spirit wants you to know, what comes through, and I would send that to you via email. I have a lot of promotions going on right now. It's 25% off your first reading with me, $10 off the first written tarot report, and yeah, I'm just so very grateful for everyone's love and attention and support. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you need me, you know how to reach me. I answer my DMs, unless if you're a scammer, and then I won't. I have pretty good discernment with that. So yeah, I love you and have a fantastic weekend. Bye.